Hello, my dear students. Myself, Dr. Pitambar Umne, founder Botany for You, and working as Associate Professor and Head Department of Botany, Dharampet MP Dev Memorial Science College, Nagpur, Maharashtra, India. I welcome you all in this online platform for the students of Life Sciences Botany for You. This is our third lecture in chromosomal mutation or chromosomal aberration. If you are new or not yet subscribe our YouTube channel, then kindly like, share and subscribe our YouTube channel for the alerts of different lectures on life science titles. So let's see the today's topic, that is change in chromosome structure. In last lecture we have seen the chromosomal mutation or the meaning of chromosomal aberration. Means any type of the change in the chromosomes that is nothing but known as chromosomal mutation or chromosomal aberration. Earlier we have discussed about the change in chromosome number, and in the two different type of the change that we have seen, if there is a change in the complete set of the chromosome, that the addition of number of set of the chromosome, that is the formation of triploid condition, tetraploid condition, pentaploid condition, hexaploid condition, etc., then it is known as the polyploidy. But when there is an addition of either one chromosome, subtraction of one chromosome, addition of two chromosome, or subtraction of two chromosome to the normal diploid condition, that is known as the aneuploid. In this lecture, today we will discuss about the change in chromosome structure. Means instead of concentrating on the complete set of the chromosome, we will concentrate here on a single chromosome or the structure of each chromosome. So whenever there is any type of the change in this individual chromosome, then such a type of the chromosomal aberrations or the chromosomal mutations are known as change in chromosome structure. These different changes which are found in the different organisms, including the plants and animals, are known as deletion or deficiency. Means there is loss of certain part of the chromosome. Then duplication means there is addition of certain part of the chromosome. Then inversion means there is a change in the sequence of different genes which are present on the chromosome. And translocation means the transfer of part of the chromosome to the non-homologous chromosome. So such type of the four different types are there in change in chromosome structure. So first of all, with the help of different self-explanatory diagrams, we can discuss these different types. These are specially created so that you can easily understand the meaning of different kinds of change in chromosome structure. So this is our normal chromosome, in which we have provided the presence of different genes in the form of A, B, C, D, E, F, G and H, and there is presence of centromere. So here there is a formation of two arms. One arm is made up of A, B and C, that is three genes, and another arm contain D, E, F, G, H, and that is a long arm. So we can consider this is a short arm and this is a long arm for this normal chromosome. So if in this normal chromosome, if one of the gene, say for example here the G, is deleted or removed from this chromosome, then the sequence become A, B, C, D, E, F and G is absent and then the H. So such a type of the loss of the certain part of the chromosome, then it is known as the deletion or the deficiency. This deletion of the chromosome or the deficiency may be terminal or the intercalary. The second type, that is the duplication. If the same gene, say for example the G from other chromosome come to join with this chromosome, and hence here the gene G will be found in the two copies, and hence it is known as the duplication, because now here the G is present in a duplicate condition, and hence it is known as the duplication. Means the part of the chromosome is present double. In the next type, that is the third one, that is the inversion, in which the sequence of genes is reversed. See now in this the G, F, E. So this sequence is reversed in it. While in another one, that is D and C, this is also is in a reverse condition. The one type of the inversion do not involve the centromere, and the another second type include the centromere, and on the basis of that again there are the two types, that is paracentric inversion and pericentric inversion. We will see in the upcoming slides. And the fourth one, that is the translocation. When we are talking about the translocation, it is the process in which the part of the chromosome is transferred to the other non-homologous chromosome. If you see this sequence A, B, C, D, E, then the rest of the genes are U, V and W. It indicates that these three genes which are attached to this chromosome, they are from the non-homologous chromosome. So such a type of the transfer of the chromosome part from one chromosome to the other non-homologous chromosome, and that is known as the translocation. So we have to remember these different types, that is the deletion, duplication, inversion and translocation. So we will see one by one. So first one, that is the deletion. As we have seen, in the deletion there is certain part of the chromosome is deleted, and hence there will be a deficiency of that particular gene on the chromosome, and hence it is known as the deficiency also. So if you see this normal chromosome, then you will find that here in this normal chromosome there is different type of the deletion. First one, that is intercalary deletion, and second one is a terminal deletion. As I told you earlier, there may be the intercalary deletion with the two cuts on the chromosome, so that this gene G is eliminated from its original chromosome, and hence the new sequence becomes without G, that is the deficiency of the G, and hence it is known as the deletion or the deficiency, that is the intercalary deletion. In a second type, that is here the gene H which is present at the end of the chromosome, that is at the terminal side or the part of the chromosome, which is now deleted, and hence at this time here the H is found to be absent, and hence such a type of the deletion from the terminal side of the chromosome is known as the terminal deletion. If you see the deletion in the different organisms, in the plants as well as the animals, then the deletion is responsible for the pseudodominance. Say for example, if this is a chromosome, first one, and this is another homologous chromosome. Say for example, if here there is a presence of small t and here there is a presence of capital T. And if the part of this chromosome is deleted, so one of the dominant gene will be absent, and hence because of the absence of dominant gene, now this recessive gene will be expressed itself. Such a type of the condition in which the recessive gene express itself in absence of dominant gene, that is known as the pseudodominance, and this is possible because of the deletion of certain dominant genes from the organisms, from the plants as well as the animals. The second one, that is the Walging mice, which is a special type of the mice which are produced or developed because of the certain part of the chromosome is deleted from it, and this is known as the dancing mice. So till they dance or render here and there continuously, till they exhaust completely. So such type of the disease in the mice is known as the Walging. The third one, that is the cry do chat. So cry do chat means a cat-like crying. This is commonly found in the humans as one of the genetic disorder because of deletion, and this deletion in the human is from the 5th chromosome. This is the haploid karyotype of the human being, and this is 5th chromosome, so of which this is a short arm of the 5th chromosome in the human beings. If this short arm of this chromosome is deleted or lost during the gamete formation, then the organisms in the next generation are formed without this arm, and hence the resultant offspring or the baby will be suffering from the cry do chat. So such type of the many genetic disorders will be there with respect to the deletion or the deficiency of particular part of the chromosome in the plants as well as the animals. This second one type of this chromosomal aberration, that is change in chromosome structure, is duplication, and the duplication is nothing but the process of the addition of the same part of the chromosome. So these are classified into the 5 different types, that is tandem duplication, reverse tandem duplication, displaced duplication, transpose duplication, and extra chromosomal duplication. So this is a normal chromosome, as we have seen earlier, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. So these are the different part or the genes of the chromosomes. If you see this tandem duplication, then you will find that in this tandem duplication, here E, F and G, they are duplicated. So here this part of the chromosome is duplicated and is also present just near to it in the same sequence. Here also E, F, G, and in a duplicate part also the sequence is E, F, G. So such a type of the duplication is known as tandem duplication. The second part of the duplication or the second type of the duplication is reverse tandem duplication. So if we compare this one, that is EFG, this is the sequence which is repeated here but in a reverse direction. So from here it is EFG and this is from here EFG. So the duplicated part of the chromosome is in a reverse direction just next to the its part. Such a type of the duplication is known as reverse tandem duplication. The third type, that is displaced duplication. And displaced place means the site or the location. So if we see this condition here, the E, F and G, it is present after the H, means the position of the duplicated part of the chromosome is changed, and such a type of the condition is known as the displaced duplication. But if we compare this displaced duplication to that of the same but in a heterobrachial condition, so we will find that this gene which is duplicated, that is E, F and the G, here also there is a change in the position of the duplicated part of the chromosome. But very specifically we will find that here the EFG and here the EFG both are present on the same arm of the chromosome. But in the heterobrachial type of the displaced duplication, here the duplicated part, that is the EFG, is transferred to the another arm of the same chromosome. Such a type of the duplication is known as transposed duplication. Such a type of the duplication is known as displaced duplication, but a heterobrachial type of the duplication, as there is a change in the arms during duplication of the part of the chromosome. Then fourth type, that is the transposed type of the duplication. And in transposed type of the duplication, here the duplicated part of the chromosome is transferred to the other non-homologous chromosome, and hence here you will find that the E, F and G. So this is the part of the chromosome which is attached here at the terminal end, and hence it is known as the terminal transposed duplication. But if we see the same genes, that is the E, F and G, they are present in between T and the U. So they are inserted to the other chromosome, and such a type of the duplication is known as interstitial type of the transposed duplication. In the last type, that is the extra chromosomal duplication, it means that there is a formation of extra chromosome because of the formation of the duplication. So here in this case there is a duplication of the gene C, D, E and F, and even there is a presence of centromere in it, and because of the presence of the centromere in it, here it remain as it is as an independent chromosome. Such a type of the duplication of the part of the chromosome with the centromere is known as extra chromosomal duplication. And the genetic effect of the duplication are found in the Drosophila as a bar eye, and the most common type of the genetic disorder in the human beings is anemia, or a type of the thalassemia is found. So even the duplication is also responsible for the various genetic disorders in the plants as well as the human beings. The third one type, that is a inversion. As we have seen earlier, inversion means nothing but the change in the sequence of genes within the chromosome. So if we see this normal chromosome and compare it with that of the remaining two chromosome, then we will find the change in the sequence of the chromosome which is reversed. See, it is classified into the two types, that is the paracentric inversion and second one is pericentric inversion. So here in the paracentric inversion A, B, C, D and E, F, G, this is reversed, and this reverse gene which are present in the chromosome do not include the centromere, and such a type of the inversion without inclusion of the centromere is known as paracentric inversion. Means only in the same place there is a inversion of the sequence of the genes on the chromosomes. But when, if we see here the D, C and E, F, G, H, so here this part of the chromosome is inverted and this part include the centromere, and as the inverted part include the centromere, it is commonly called as the pericentric type of the inversion. Again, there are certain advantages of the inversion in some of the organisms, even including the Drosophila, that this inversion is responsible for the formation of the inversion homozygotes and inversion heterozygotes. So inversion homozygotes are reproductively fertile ones, while the inversion heterozygotes are commonly sterile ones. But such a type of the organisms which are developed through the inversion are not fertilizing with the other organisms, and because of this, if we say for example there is a group A with the normal chromosome and the group B with the inversion in their chromosome, so there will not be the reproduction in between them, and hence here automatically there will be a reproductive isolation in between such type of the organism. And no doubt the reproductive isolation is nothing but one of the steps in the formation of the species, and hence the reproductive isolation becomes one of the advantage in the environment. So inversion is responsible for such type of the reproductive isolation, and that is one of the benefit of the inversion, though there are certain genetic disorders also related to that of the inversion. The fourth one and the last type of the change in chromosome structure is that the translocation. As we have seen, the translocation is nothing but the transfer of part of the chromosome from one chromosome to the other. Unlike to that of the duplication, here there will not be the duplication of the gene. Simply the part of the chromosome will cut from one chromosome and will transfer to the other chromosome. So in one chromosome there will be the extra part, and in first chromosome there will be the deficiency of that particular part of the chromosome, and this is carried out in between the two non-homologous chromosome. Such a type of the transfer of the part of the gene or part of the chromosome to the non-homologous chromosome, that is known as the translocation. This translocation is again classified into three different types, that is simple translocation, shift translocation and reciprocal translocation. So first one, now this is a example of the simple translocation. Now this is one chromosome and this is the another chromosome. On the basis of their genes, that is the A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H and P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, on that basis we can say that both these chromosomes are non-homologous chromosomes. And if we see the result of the simple translocation, here the G and H, that is the two genes are transferred to the second non-homologous chromosome, and hence it is absent in the first chromosome and are added to the other chromosome, and they are simply added to the end of the chromosome, and such a type of the transfer or the translocation is known as the simple translocation. But when we are talking about the shift translocation, then this transferred genes, that is the F and the G, to the other chromosome, they are present in between the certain genes of that non-homologous chromosome, and hence this F and the G are inserted in between the T and the U gene, and hence such a type of the insertion of that part of the chromosome into the non-homologous chromosome is known as the shift translocation. And the last type of this one, that is a reciprocal translocation. In the reciprocal translocation, here there is a exchange in between the two non-homologous chromosomes, and hence the part of the chromosome get transferred. So see here, now from the E, the rest of the part, that is the F, G and the H, is transferred to the other non-homologous chromosome, and its part, that is the U, V, W, is added here. So such a type of the exchange of the part of the chromosome in between two non-homologous chromosome, and that is known as the reciprocal type of the translocation. So in this way, there are 4 such different type of the chromosome which are related to that of the genetic disorders in the plants, animals, as well as even in the human beings. So thank you very much for the kind listening of this complete lecture. If you like this lecture, then kindly like, share and subscribe our YouTube channel Botany for You, and also press bell icon for the alerts of every lecture to be uploaded on different life science titles. Thanks a lot once again.